Hey guys, what's going on? This is Kyle from the C3 show. Just felt like doing a quick little video here. I didn't even feel like propping up the camera. I thought I'd just do a still here and talk about the SNL monologue that went on this last Saturday night here, obviously for Saturday Night Live. Felicity Jones was the host of it, obviously because of her involvement in Star Wars Episode Rogue One, and they made reference to Carrie Fisher, who was just recently passed, and Tina Fisher, Tina Fey, not Tina Fisher. Tina Fey played her, and some people seem to be up in arms. Some people seem to be unhappy with it. They say that it desecrated Carrie Fisher's grave, pissed all over her memory. I think people need to chill out a little bit on that. I don't think it was that bad. First and foremost, SNL is attempting to be a comedy show. We all deal with death and trauma and things like that in a different way, and I have absolutely no problem with them either making jokes about Carrie Fisher or anything like that, as long as it's tasteful and it's something that she wouldn't mind, because kind of, as a lot of people know, Carrie Fisher was very well known for her sense of humor, so people making fun of her after she's gone, you'd think she'd be more than fine with that. Kind of goes back to that thing with the Cinnabons, where they said that she had the best buns in the galaxy, referencing her buns that she had in that first movie, where I'm pretty sure she'd be more than fine with something like that. But this SNL monologue, I think my biggest problem with it wasn't funny. And that's to me is the major sin that it committed. It was not funny at all. So if you haven't seen it, it's really not even worth your time, I'm gonna be honest, because it's not entertaining. But Felicity Jones, so she walks out on stage, she tells a couple of bad Star Wars jokes, and the whole point of it is that she's nervous about it. So she's telling these bad jokes that aren't landing, and well, that's what's supposed to happen, because she's supposed to be nervous, supposed to be bad jokes. Then Kenan Thompson shows up, playing Forrest Whitaker's character from Rogue One. I'm sorry, I don't remember his wheezing name, but but yeah, it's Kenan Thompson. I like Kenan Thompson. Always good to see him. But basically, he says, "I have a message for you from someone," and then they put it down on the ground, and it's Tina Fey as a hologram dressed as Princess Leia, and that's what everyone's getting up in arms about. Tina basically gives her advice, says don't be nervous, and then references Donald Trump, which we get it, SNL. Grandpa doesn't like your show, this is very weird to me, being Trump was on there like months ago before the election, and now he's pissed with them and they're pissed with him, and it's very juvenile. And if I was them, I would just let Alec Baldwin just do his impersonation, because I do think his impersonation of him is funny, and I would just try and keep it comedy, not this kind of angle where they're like, oh, we're edgy, taking on the Donald. But yeah, so that was very lame. And as this sketch, which is not very funny at all, keeps going on, they make reference to the fact of Tina Fey even tells her, she goes, if you're in a sketch and Leslie Jones shows up and she acts horny and hungry, it's because the writers couldn't think of something better to come up with. Which, of course, precursors, Leslie Jones coming in and saying something makes her horny and hungry, and it's not funny. I mean, it's lame, and I will tell you, like, I like SNL for the most part. I'm not going to be one of these people who says, oh, SNL was only good when I was in my 20s. I kind of try and respect comedy in all forms of it, and it's a very hard thing to do. I try it a lot and I fail a lot at it. So, I have a lot of leeway and appreciation for people when they can pull it off. But this was just bad. I mean, this whole opening monologue from start to finish for me felt like people in the writing room was like, my God, we don't have an idea. We don't have any. What are we gonna do? So they kind of did this. They're like, well, hey, Carrie Fisher. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't seen the rest of the episode. If it's anything like that, I don't think I want to. But it feels like such a wasted opportunity because I'm a huge fan of Tina Fey. I loved 30 Rock, and of course Carrie Fisher was on 30 Rock as a writer, which I did not know myself before she died. That Carrie Fisher actually did a lot of script work when she was alive, but so there's that, and then Tina Fey's character it also dresses up. Excuse me, I'm stumbling over my words here. Dresses up as Princess Leia on numerous times during the show. So I like this idea. I like the idea that Tina Fey shows up as Princess Leia because there's that background there. There's she was championing Carrie Fisher before the Star Wars movies came back out, before anybody really cared about her again. You know what I mean? So I was excited about this. They could really have done something, great with it. But instead, all we got was a really lame Trump joke and a really, really lame Leslie Jones, hey, look at her, she's a stereotype joke. And it was just all bad, just all lazy, bad writing. And, it's I can forgive a sketch that goes bad if you can be like, well, I see what they were trying and it just didn't go. This just felt like nobody was trying, and that's always the ones that upset me. Especially when you tackle something like Carrie Fisher. She's someone who deserves effort, especially since she just died. So, kind of to sum up all this, I don't feel like, this was insanely disrespectful. I just felt it was lazy. I just felt it was lazy, bad writing. And they should kind of feel bad for not putting in effort. They should, Carrie Fisher deserves more effort than that. She gave them a lot of material. I think she was on the show numerous times throughout her life. And to just kind of do that is just it's kind of piss poor tribute. So yeah, but that's just kind of my thoughts on that. What do you guys think? Do you feel that it really crossed a line? Did it really bother you? Did it not bother you at all? Did you think it's funny? If you think it's funny, please comment and let me know why I'm wrong. Let me know why it wasn't lazy. Let me know, which I don't know if you can really justify that. You can say, well, it made me chuckle, and I'm like, well, maybe, but yeah, they could have done so much better, and Carrie Fisher deserves so much better.